Hi, I'm Schuyler Towne, and I'm a competitive lockpicker. Lockpicking itself, I know, sounds odd. When I first learned how to do it, I didn't know how a lock worked. I didn't even really care how a lock worked. But I had a bunch of friends who were really fascinated by it. And I know a lot of people are. They're fascinated by how that thing on their door is actually keeping them safe or otherwise. I am one of the top pickers in the country. I compete internationally at events like the Dutch Open, now named LockCon. The reason that I'm coming to Kickstarter is that I've designed my own line of tools. Though I started with commercial tools, and there's still a lot of decent commercial tools out there, I've been using handmade tools. The first tools for me that go into any lock now are all handmade by friends of mine around the country and even around the world. You know, even with a normal commercial tension wrench, normal commercial pick, and just about the simplest lock on the planet, it can take a little while to actually get the lock open. And being that I'm a competitive picker, where a couple of seconds can easily determine the, outcome of a contest, I need my handmade stuff. In fact, this is driving me crazy that this is even taking me as long as it has. Oh, there we go. That shouldn't have taken nearly that long. Bring in homemade tension wrench and handmade rake. And it opens dramatically faster. I'm honestly a little embarrassed that it even took that long. The homebrew tools are remarkable. So, commercial tools, they're not bad, but they're typically just these popsicle stick handles. And then, you start to get into some slightly higher quality ones with a nice riveting and everything. And I've polished this down a little bit. But the homemade tools are where you really start to see fantastic differences. Different handle concepts, different pick concepts. In a lot of ways, just a lot more attractive as well. So, I've produced my own line of picks. The handles are not your traditional popsicle stick, but I've designed every one of them point by point by point, a whole suite of 20 tools, many of which you just cannot find commercially anywhere else. They feel very nice in your hand, your finger comes and rests right into that point, and there's this nice little cutaway here that shows off a little more of the blade as well. What I'm designing here is something that I am passionate about, I'm obsessed with, and no one else has done. You cannot find what I'm trying to produce anywhere else. And I'd like you guys to help me out with it. My hope is to bring these to market and to use Kickstarter as not just to raise funds for it, but as a pre-sale. I have the designs made, I have the prototypes made, but I need the money to produce them out of high quality steel and produce them en masse, produce them in large numbers. If you donate at certain levels, you will get the full set of tools, and I'll break them out price-wise so that, for a smaller donation, you can get a smaller set of the basic tool set, still with a case and everything. We'll have training kits, and even if for a $5 donation, if you just want to get on board to support the project, I'll send you in any format you like. I'll just put a package together of all of the different formats, templates of these tools, of every single one of them, and instructions on how you can make them at home, how you can file them out of found materials even. On the other end of the spectrum, past all of the picks and various other swag and my goodwill, of course. If you want to donate a significant amount of money, upwards of $2,000, I will fly to you anywhere in the country, anywhere really I can fly, and spend 2 days with you at your company, at your school, at your house, whatever, teaching you everything I know about locks, as much information as I can get across in the course of 2 days. I'll be with you 8-10 hours a day, whatever. I do these workshops at universities, for conferences, etc. And if you are willing to put the money up, if you're willing to support this project at that level, I will come with picks, I will come with locks, and I will come with everything that I know to try to pass that along to you. I'm really excited for this. I think that this is worth doing, and if you agree with that at all, I hope you can help me out. Thanks.